Greetings. It is May 26th, Tuesday. Yesterday I said it was Sunday and it was Monday. I guess because I worked pretty much the entire weekend, it just always like a blur and I'm not sure what day of the week it is. And my dog is so happy to see me because I just got home. It's a little after 9 and I was out at 8 o'clock this morning because I had to do work. And then I didn't get home till like after 4. I quickly took the dog for a walk. And then I had to run out to Plano to do more work. So it was a long day. Yay. Because that means in a month from now, when I get my invoices paid for today, it'll be a decent day. So then I got to hang in there. Because I'm now, I'm getting paid for the weeks where I wasn't working very much, or like a couple of assignments, and my checks are just pathetically small right now. So I just got to hang in there for another, I had a couple of weeks ago that was really good. So it started to pick back up, mainly due to, unfortunately, COVID-19. I do have sad news. Yesterday, I talked to my mom. I'd done the video, so I didn't include in the video. But I talked to her last night, and one of her friends passed away from COVID-19. It's someone I've known for like over 20 years. He and his wife were friends with my mom and my stepdad. And during the funeral of my stepdad, they were very supportive of my mom, and they've remained friends. She was really close to his wife. And I've known his wife for many years because I have a theater company and she was one of my best patrons as far as not just attending of the shows, but also donating to the theater because she loved what I was creating. And her husband wasn't really that much into theater, but he'd tag along every now and then. He's a quirky, funny man. They had a very strange, unusual relationship because she was kind of mean to him, but he just always smiled at her and looked at her lovingly. And they'd been married for, 50, 60 years. And she passed away last year, right before the Christmas show, which is my Christmas show, my Burlesque Nutcracker, which was her favorite show that we do every year. And her family came all together. Her children and grandchildren came to see one performance. They'd never seen the show, but they always had heard, Roseanne always talk about the show, and so they, in honor of her life, because this is one of her favorite things, was the show I created. They came to see the show in group, en masse. And that's the last time I saw Harry. And he was hanging in there, but then COVID happened. And he died from COVID-19. And I just found out about it. So I've now known somebody personally that I've known him about 20 years too. I wasn't close to him, but it's just one of those people that's kind of in your circle. You know how that goes? There's somebody that's you just know and you've known for a very long time. It isn't like your best pals or go out and hang out and do stuff. But he's been kind of like just a presence in your life because he's, part of the same group of people that you know. And so I guess they are reunited. So, yeah. Interesting how within just a week, I'm now working with people who have, recovered from COVID-19, but are dealing with the aftermath of the disease, and people who have the disease. And then all of a sudden, now I know somebody personally that has died. So from it being kind of like removed, it's there in the distance. Now, this is really affecting my life. I'm seeing it firsthand and dealing with it firsthand. And I knew eventually would get to that because enough people are coming down with it, even though our numbers are slightly dropping in Dallas County. But now there's just so many. I knew I'd end up within that circle. And don't worry, guys, I am very well versed and trained. In fact, today at one of my assignments, I saw Mabo. Hello, Mabo, who is the husband of one of my best friends, Jimmy Velasco. But I consider Mabo a really great friend, too. And he does sports medicine and sports therapy. And I knew one day our paths would eventually cross. But they crossed today. So I actually got to work with him, and he actually got to see me translate and do what I do. So it was interesting because it was like I always wanted to see what he did, and he always wanted to see what I did. And so we got to work together today, which was kind of great. And of course, his name is Mabo Yamamura. His real name is Masashi. And so I never knew this. I've done this person for quite a few years, and he told me what his real name was because it was on his name badge. I was like, I didn't know that was your name. He's like, yeah. And so I just started calling him that. And he's like, oh, my dad calls me that. And I said, well, I'm old enough to be your dad. He's the nicest, sweetest, funniest. I adore Masashi. Masashi, I'm sorry, or Mabo. He is just the sweetest, kindest, sunniest person, and it's just a joy being around him. And it was a joy working with him. So yeah, but yeah, all of a sudden my life is just now not just in the news surrounded by COVID-19. It's now I'm dealing with it directly, and there you have it. It's real. For all the naysayers that think it's overblown, I wish you could go into the hospitals with me to see what it really is like. And, in Dallas County, 65% of the people, 2/3 of the people, 66% of the people that end up hospitalized with it are under 65. And now, in my experience, the people that I'm running across that have these long-term disabilities are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Yes, they didn't die from the disease. Yes, they've technically recovered from the disease, but the aftermath of what it did to their bodies. This is a horrifying disease, guys. It just is. So for all those people that think this is no big deal, because not that many people die from it, these long-term complications, it is not just a flu. Flu does not do what this disease does to a lot of people. So be lucky if you got it and didn't get many symptoms, because you were the fortunate. It's wrecking people's lives and taking people's lives, so, but it's now something that we're just going to have to live with, since our government has basically shed any responsibility. So because of it, we will have to just learn to live with it and have to be safe. Good news, my mom finally was able to emerge from her cocoon. Her gym opened up. She goes to the JCC because it's just down the street from her, the Jewish Community Center. They've got a gym there, and it's the closest gym. And her husband was Jewish, so she maintained the membership there. But she was all excited because, she was nervous. She called me late last night, to ask me, and she told me the news of what happened to Harry, to ask me what my thoughts were. And she knows I'm getting all this medical information sent to me, thanks to my job. So I kind of am up to date on what's going on. And she really wanted to know how safe it would be, to go to the gym. And I told her things to look for that make sure that the gym is doing X, Y, and Z as a minimum. And if she doesn't see that happening, walk right out. But if she sees it happening, then she should be fine. But to still wear her face mask. Wear her face mask wherever she goes, indoors. And if she's outdoors near people, still wear it. But anyway, so she went, and then she sent me an email, because she knew I was working a lot today, telling me her experience at the gym. And she was like, oh my God, I never felt so safe in my life, because they were just everything. She said it was almost like overkill, the amount of cleaning they were doing, sanitizing. And she said, anything I touched, there was somebody running right behind me to wipe it down. So she got to exercise, and she said I needed it for her, both just physical health, because she was talking last night, she really felt like she needed to go to the gym again. Walking around the block isn't quite doing it for her, so she got on the bike, pedaled 4 miles on it, worked out for 40 minutes at the gym. They only allow people to be there for an hour total. But she, didn't get close to people, but there was people she got to chit-chat with. So it got her out of their home, and she felt very safe. And she's going to continue going back daily, which is what she needs to do. Because the reason she lives on her own at the age of 90 is because she's been loyally going to the gym for the last several decades. She hates it, as she said, but look at me. I'm 90 years old and independent. And I have not fallen and broken a hip or a bone or anything like that, because I maintain my physical shape by going to the gym, though I hate it because I know it's good for me. And also lifted her mood tremendously, because I did talk to her today on the phone, and I haven't heard her that happy in weeks. All right, that is my news. I will let you go. Have a good evening if you watch this tonight. And if you watch it tomorrow during the morning or during the day, good morning or good afternoon. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to be notified about this. And you be safe and wear your mask.